everyone. Appreciate your checking in with us today. Today I have Tess Volner, a chiropractor in Overland Park. I've known Tess for several years. She's a great gal, really talented. Tess, welcome. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Let me ask you this first. I know your story. I know your background, how you got into chiropractic, but would you mind sharing just a little thumbnail sketch of that for folks who don't know you?
Absolutely. I was looking for a career choice, and I had already had 2 children and was going to school online. So when the 3rd child was born, she really threw my spine out. And I had already had a lifetime of scoliosis. I was aware of those changes. But when she was born, she did a doozy, and my DO, after adjusting me once, said, "You need to go see a chiropractor." Well, chiropractic was never something I had tried before for any reason. Pretty much handled my health, and many steps after that led me to actually go to chiropractic college and become one. So I spend a lot of time helping people not only stay physically functional, but we handle it Total Care Chiropractic, emotional, spiritual, and mental disparities as well, because those things create pain. So people walk in with pain and we figure out which one it is. And if we can handle it, great. If it's above my station, then we have great referrals. So.
Fantastic. So you do have partners, local partners that you work with if it's something outside of your particular scope of expertise.
Absolutely.
Good deal.
And if it's about video, then we refer them to you, Tim.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know we have worked together and I really enjoyed it. It was a terrific experience. So thank you for that.
Yes,
So I'm curious, what changes have you had to make as a result of this coronavirus outbreak? What's different for you this time?
We're extra cleaning the office, and since I am a hands-on practice, I have to disinfect me, disinfect the table, because everyone has their face real close in to the table and they're touching things as they go through the office. So we're disinfecting between every person and washing more frequently. And because I've had a severe reduction in the number of people coming in, we don't really have social distancing issues, but even my seating has already been placed 6 foot apart. So if anyone has to wait, they're very far apart from each other. And watching the appointments, I'm calling the appointments those who I know who are higher risk. I'm calling them ahead of time to see, number 1, do they feel comfortable coming? Number 2, what can we do to make them feel more comfortable coming? And 3, what are they doing? One of my clients just had a surgical procedure, and so he already is going to be wearing gloves and a mask for his own protection. So there are things that we're doing to make people feel much more comfortable. And we're a very low risk environment, since even before Corona, I wasn't seeing more than 25, 30 people a day. So we had a much more relaxed environment, which made it real easy to adapt to Corona.
Terrific. And I know you take a real proactive approach to things in a very all-in encompassing view towards things. So are you, during this time especially, are you giving your patients, I guess what I'd call homework? I assume you probably already did that, but hey, do these exercises, take these steps, develop these habits so that in between the times that you see them, they're staying healthy?
I have already printed a sheet that gives that information. I'll be glad to forward anyone those tips as well. So here that is readily available. And it's about staying healthy, because if you just consider this as a virus, which it is, just a virus, it just happens to be a highly contagious one right now. But what do you normally do during cold and flu season? You take more vitamin C. You eat a little healthier, reduce sugar. In this case, I would say no sugar, anything that turns to sugar. Just stop it, because sugar lowers the immune system. If you already are on an exercise regimen, continue at a moderate pace, because too much exercise tears down the body. Um, but staying physically fit and moving actually helps keep the brain from being so negative. So getting that extra oxygen in is very important. Drinking water. Water's our best source of oxygen. Getting some sunlight. I know we haven't had much this week, but sure, yesterday and today I saw a lot of people out enjoying sunlight. So there are those, plus helping those around you. And here's the mailman. Shh, we're videoing.
Hey, so Tess, this is a good time for me to jump in here. I'm curious, you're talking about oxygen, the importance of, staying oxygenated. I know that one of the services you offer is a hyperbaric oxygen chamber at your practice. Can you talk about that a little bit? And is that something that's still available to folks during this time?
Yes. Hyperbaric oxygen helps to get oxygen directly into your tissues. So even if you're feeling a little heavy chested right now, and some of that heavy chested can be due to anxiety, and we can talk about that in a moment. But if you have other things going on, this is also allergy season. And so getting more oxygen into your body is going to also be antiviral. And what we've done with the hyperbaric, we're stripping all the linens and disinfecting between every single person. I've been using it. And I tell you what, your mental attitude after laying in there quietly, solitude, isolated, and absorbing all that oxygen, I feel like I just came out of the gym because I've gotten so much oxygen into me. So it is good. And we have it discounted to family rates right now. So $40 for an entire hour. And we start the hour once it's at full capacity. So the only caution would be if you're a person who has really a hard time flying in an airplane, because that pressure you feel in the ears when you go up and down, that's what you feel when you go into hyperbaric oxygen.
Very cool, very cool. And I remember seeing it. I was impressed because I'm a bit claustrophobic. And I remember at first hearing about it and thinking, I don't know, but well, you've got portals in there that really make visibility, make it look really quite comfortable.
And I bought it large enough to hold 2 people, so that if a mother needed to bring their child into it, it's great for autism, it's great for autoimmune disease. We've used it for dementia. So we have used it for several different types, besides just healing wounds and helping pain to dissipate, because one of our clients had low back surgery that just was not doing well. And so to lower that pain level, the oxygen really did a great job. But yes, if you're laying down and hold your arms straight up, you can just barely touch your fingertips. So you've got plenty of room to move around. It's definitely not like an MRI where you have to hold still and not
Yes,
move.
thank goodness. Yeah, thank goodness for that. Yes, I remember I was really impressed with it. So you talked some about preventative sort of things, about exercising, staying oxygenated, additional vitamin C. What other tips, in addition to folks who have the need, feeling safe to come and see you during this time because of the extra steps you're taking, what other tips, what other advice do you have for folks to maintain their health, to make sure they don't get sick during this time?
One of the largest is the handling the stress, because even I myself, and I just posted on my Facebook page this morning, I myself, even worrying about my children who are not here, they're not close, and even the one that lives here, her life hasn't changed much because she was already in a healthcare profession and working school from home online. So she's continued life as usual, but my son lost his job and my other daughter was in college. So I'm thinking all the exposures and the worries about if they're sustainable. So worry and stress tears down a lot. So finding ways to feel happy. I pointed out those paintings behind you. One of the things I've done is to paint a mural. That painting, that wall I showed you, that's my work. Uh, I started painting a mural, which I already had planned. I just didn't have time for, and all of a sudden now we have lots of extra time. So
We
doing
do.
things, digging in the yard, doing things that are right brain happy, because when you start doing your creativity, feeling that right brain activities, singing, singing happy songs. I'm walking on sunshine. You know, the happy songs, not the sad ones. I started a song this morning to sing to my husband, and then I realized one of the bars in the song was negative. I went, we're skipping that line.
Good for you. Good for you. Yes, and I think it sounds like you have a pretty good voice. I'll leave the singing to you and other folks
There
who
you
have
go.
those better quality voices. So, hey,
But also, at the beginning of this, I realized too my stress was a little above doing happy activities to bring me back into check. A hot bath and doing these other things wasn't enough. So I did some neurotransmitter and hormonal testing as well. And I got my lab results back, which triggered the post on my Facebook page today, uh, figuring out the supplements that are good for what I need now, because not everyone needs everything all the time. But there are some particular ones you need to get through this moment. And so I'm connected now with a lab that does that testing. I can have them send you the test kit. It's saliva and urine testing. And so there's no, I hate needles. So there's no blood work to be done there. And then you just have FedEx pick it up. You never have to leave your house. And in 2 weeks, we know what your targeted solution is. We also have a device here in the office that reads your energy levels and what might be a good nutritional supplement. But also there are some great supplements that I've been recommending anyway that are very antiviral, antibacterial, things that you even have at home, like garlic. But if you don't want to chew on a clove of garlic a day as a preventative, or if your significant other is not appreciating the garlic, make them chew it also, and then you'll get along just fine, right?
that's right. Good.
Um,
Yeah, we want to keep that harmony going during this time, don't we?
yes,
Absolutely,
very
you
much.
bet. Well, hey, look,
Thanks
Tess,
for that
thank you.
music metaphor.
Hey, thank you so much for taking some time to visit today. I'll superimpose your contact info so that folks can reach out to you to either set an appointment or to do, and ask some questions, do a virtual consultation with you.
And am offering that free consult to see what people need. First consult, 15, 20 minutes. We'll figure out what the needs are, see how we can solve them, or maybe even direct them to who can solve them the best. So
Sounds great. Well, hey, again, thank you so much, Tess. I appreciate it. You have a fabulous day.
thank you, Tim. Have
All
a
right.
great day yourself.
Thanks.